Oh hey, if you've ever wanted to work in a magical witch's forest, you're gonna love today's episode.
Dia?
Hi.
We're gonna paint my mom's room.
Yep, we're gonna paint your mom's room. I'm Katie, and today we are going to laugh, cry, and DIY a very beautiful, very special home office makeover. Today, I am standing in the home office of one of my best friends, Maggie. Maggie's office is lovely. She's got a great setup. She has built-in bookcases, which we all want in our lives. But there's only one problem. Everything is gray. 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 And on this channel, friends do not let friends live in gray spaces. Unless it's your personal aesthetic, in which case it's a free country. So today, we are going to make over this space with my two favorite Spice Girls, color and pattern. So let's do it. Ugh. Okay, we are going to be painting this entire built-in, so we gotta clear her out. Hair is going up. So pro tip 2, if you're ever like restyling a shelf or something, take every single thing off. Group every item you have by category. So like put all your art in one pile, all your glass vases, everything. That way you kind of have like a fresh store to pull things from and restyle. God, I love tips. This is the sexiest thing Maggie owns in her house. Macrame cording. You're coming home with me. Hey look, we're clean. And we're prepping for painting. This is how I know Maggie has such exquisite taste. Curtain tiebacks are like so elegant to me. It's like having a pool and having curtain tiebacks, like you're a Rockefeller. Parkour. Ugh. You ready? Action.
Ready?
Let's talk about this room and what's happening in it. So we're on a very limited budget for this makeover, so we wanted to make the most impact with the existing items in the room. Everything is gray, but we do have a little bit of color in this beautiful, almost mint sage green couch. And we have this beautiful West Elm rug, which has some beautiful blues in it. So really we just want something that makes it feel like when you walk in, like boom, you're in a really beautiful little cozy cove, and not kind of just a bland gray space. No offense if you like gray, I'm sorry. And therefore we are going to do paint and pattern. This is gonna be our feature wall where we're gonna put our beautiful wallpaper pattern. And guess what? We are literally waiting for that wallpaper to arrive today. This is gonna be a beautiful peacock floral motif in green. And we originally thought that we would do all of the walls in a rich dark forest green, but Maggie was feeling like it might be a little too dark. So we decided to go with a beautiful, gorgeous, rich, stunning, elegant peacock blue. Literally, the color is called Peacock Blues. Hi, welcome to pre-paint tea with Katie and Maggie. It's Maggie, hi. Owner of this room. Welcome to the channel. Maggie, what are you excited for about this makeover?
So I love peacocks. Peacocks have always been my jam. Since I was a little girl, I've loved them. So I've been looking for ways to incorporate them, and this wallpaper is gonna be the perfect way to do that. I'm really excited for this room to be a big girl room instead of just a plain Jane, grayish, boring space.
Okay, now is the moment that we've all been waiting for. Maggie pre-swatched colors. Always pre-swatch your colors. Don't even talk to me if you're not swatching colors, because you really never know until you see it on the wall how you're gonna feel about it. Paint reveal, color. Ooh, dripping already, great. This is Valspar Furniture and Cabinet. This paint requires no priming or sanding, so they say. And it dries like an enamel. So we're gonna use this actually on the built-ins and the entire wall. Okay, so if you will notice, we have not actually taped off the ceiling for walls because we are using an incredible tool called an edger. And this has little wheels on it, and it evenly goes up against any trim. But new pro tip, instead of just dipping your edger into paint to start, you wanna load it with a paintbrush, and that way you can ensure that there's no paint that gets on the wheels. We are just pushing that into the fibers just to start. Keeping it clean, keeping it smooth. You ready to have your mind truly blown?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, painting most of the room took about 20 minutes, and now we are facing the nightmare. These built-ins, we're being crazy. We're painting them all in one. We're doing lazy girl DIYs, and we're just gonna rock these with really baby mini rollers. Huge news, wallpaper just arrived. Special unboxing. Oh my God, the color matches perfectly.
Perfect.
Okay, you guys, we want to tell you a big, deep, dark secret. We chose the paint color without ever seeing.
Because we wanted the peacock wallpaper and the sample had no peacocks
It had
on it.
no peacocks on it, and we were like, let's just make a choice. It is literally the color of the walls. We're done.
Yes.
With the first coat, but we're not gonna build the second coat, but we are done. And thus far, it looks amazing.
It's beautiful.
Have we decided to change the rug? Who knows, we'll see. Good morning, we're back. The cabinets look stunning. And FYI, review of this paint, works pretty damn well. The only thing to note is that it's a 4-hour recoat time. And when we went to recoat, it was still pretty sticky. Like none of the paint was peeling off. But it's just very tacky, and that's because this paint dries to an enamel finish. And now we are gonna go in day 2, and we are just quickly gonna paint in all those little strips that we missed yesterday because we painted with the shelves on. Gentle, 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 gentle. Also, when you're painting cabinets, remember your cure time. You don't wanna paint shelves and immediately put a bunch of stuff back on them because it can peel off the paint, it can stick to it. So we're gonna paint these and let these cure for a bit longer before we restyle them. Anywhere that there's maybe like paint pooling or drips that would create texture, just taking my little scraper, just get those off. We'll sand them smooth and then we can paint it really quickly. And also if there's any drips that are still left over, I always think it's best practice to just blame whoever painted the wall before you and say they were already there. I'm painting! Can I have a rag? Guys, I don't have kids yet, but I gotta say, I love this child labor. Time to wallpaper this beautiful, incredible 16-foot wall. So we have the world's most beautiful pattern here. This is from York Wall Coverings. It's linked below. But this is an unpasted wallpaper. With unpasted, you simply roll the adhesive on the wall, stick it on, easy peasy. And step 1 is to draw a straight line all the way down. You actually want to start your line like a little bit over, cutting off on this side instead of cutting off your pattern on the right. Does that make sense? Cool. So to put this on, we are using our little paint tray and liquid adhesive. Is she on camera? There we go. Okay, so today we are starting not with a moment of hell, but we are starting from a corner of hell. As you can see, we got a lot of weird crown molding. It goes halfway down, then it juts out. So we are treating the wallpaper adhesive like paint. We're gonna cut in on the corners and we're gonna roller brush the adhesive on, and then we're gonna put the paper on over that. All right, first strip going up, and we're gonna make sure that it is straight. Ish. Yeah, pretty straight. So far, okay. This is the most beautiful thing either of us have ever seen in our lives. And I am very excited because Maggie is the person in my life who introduced me to anthropology. And this is a very anthropology inspired makeover, I feel, without a single piece of anthropology. So. So much easier than anything else. Good. Oh. Whoa, okay. Hi there. Okay. What we've learned. Use a lot of wall paste. They said use a thin amount, but girl, please. You guys. Hey. This is literally, I think, the most perfect wallpaper that's ever existed. Look at the colors. You have almost every color. You have these bold, like bubblegum pinks. You have these like peachy coral oranges. You have the peacock blue. I don't know if you guys can see everything that's reflecting. This has like a beautiful gold shimmer paint in it. And I'm really sorry that every video you ever watch of me again will be using this wallpaper in probably every variation. It is incredible. Third roll. We didn't catch this on camera, but I was cutting around an outlet and my hands got electrocuted. I feel alive. Whoa. Careful, kids, what you're doing. And now it's time for the best part, which is shelf styling. Now, before Maggie had her shelves entirely uniform across, to add a little bit more of like lived-in, comfortable beauty, we staggered all of her shelves. And one thing we really wanted to do with these shelves was give more breathing room and a lot more greenery. So we're adding some plants, baby. And when you're styling shelves, you want these to be open, but you also want them to be functional. And Maggie has some items that she uses, such as her macrame cord. And when you have a lot of things, just group them together, and that way they look like a beautiful, intentional collection. We love that these provide scale, they provide variation in height, and that just makes it more visually interesting on the shelf. Art of Racing in the Rain is one of Maggie's favorite books, so we are putting it up perfectly on display.
And this is just a really big planter with a face on it, and I freaking love it.
If you want to have a beautiful, just comfortably lived in home, you don't have to have everything perfect. Not everything has to be a perfect display shelf. You can have books that are just kind of tossed on in there. But it is important to have things that you truly, really love and care about, especially if you have shelves like this where the high shelves are not things you're often touching. Well, I don't know. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
No, I'm gonna cry.
Okay. This is our beautiful, sweet Stella Jane. She was Maggie's golden retriever who we loved forever. And she has a very, very special place right there forever and ever. Because she's an angel, so she's high up, you know?
Katie has told me that since this is a dark room, we want reflective things. So I've got my beautiful gold menorah, which should catch the light really nicely. And she gets to live all by herself.
Now, like I told Maggie, we do want reflective surfaces, and Maggie's husband, Eric, is a firefighter. So she has these amazing vintage fire extinguishers that are beautiful, large, copper reflective, and we have a very large space to fill here, so that is where this is gonna go. And again, we're looking for proportions in scale, in symmetry. We have a lot of large areas to fill. And I love when a standard object is like particularly beautiful. So Maggie got this globe a long time ago. If you will see, it has literally the world's most beautiful like brass base. And so she really deserves to live here. Now, everyone's home tells the story of their lives. And we have this empty shelf up here. It's kind of narrow, kind of boring. We didn't want to put books. We wanted to put some sort of really interesting special object. And then I remembered that living in the garage, Maggie and Eric have something very special. Like I said, Eric is a firefighter. And this is the helmet he was wearing when he got burned himself. He's okay, he's safe, everyone's okay. So it is gonna live alone as a reminder that
Life is precious.
Life is precious. And you don't need a precious moments figurine, you need a burned helmet. Okay, we're getting weird.
We decided that we needed to put some greenery in here, and this is, I think, Calliope. Sounds like a good name for her, and she's stunning, so I love her here. One problem we had when we were styling all of these shelves was we now had so much open space because I tossed a lot of things. So we wanted to find stuff that could kind of take up the space in a really nice way and then have it be meaningful also. Katie remembered that I have these cake plates made out of wood that my dad actually made. So we decided to drop one in here. And since my husband and I are really into tiki culture, we decided to use one of his tiki mugs, and he just fits beautifully right there.
And if you want more tips on how to style a shelf, click my video here on how to style a shelf. Let's talk about this rug. Originally, as I said in the beginning of the video, we weren't gonna change it. We were just trying to keep it budget friendly. But something this room is actually missing is some nice texture to really tie the space together. And we want some beautiful kind of natural elements. Thank God we found room in the budget for a new rug. Here's our beautiful new rug, which we got for less than $100. It is a beautiful jute rug because jute is a beautiful natural texture. It's woven, it's thin, and it fits really beautifully with the brown of the wallpaper, the natural green garden, moody witch vibe that we're going for. Now it's time for our favorite time. We chose a 5x8 rug. The rug that was in here was 9x12. It was massive. We wanted something that was more petite, but still felt lovely and intentional. And here she is. No. Okay, so the rug obviously is like slipping a little bit, but Maggie just gave us a great tip, which is that instead of buying a rug pad, you can just put silicone caulking underneath the rug. It'll stick to the floor, stick to the rug, and keep it where you are. Genius. And one final touch. Pillow time. We wanted to add in some patterns, textures, fun stuff to make this feel more cozy, more lived in. And I'm not gonna lie, we kind of had a lot of problems finding pillows that were in any sort of color scheme, but you know what? Sometimes you go with what you have, you can change it later. But for now, we've got texture, we've got pattern, we've got peacocks, and I think that's all you need. Whew. All right, you guys, it's been a journey. We have painted, we have wallpapered, we have styled, we have pillowed, and now it is finally time for your big reveal! Maggie, how do you feel about your space?
I love it. It feels so grown up and put together. I actually want to spend time in here now, so that is a huge gift. I'm so excited.
I'm so happy, and thank you guys so much for watching. This is my favorite type of makeover to do. Bold, colorful, patterned, best friends, everything a girl could want. So if you guys like more realistic, affordable, budget-friendly makeovers, go ahead and like and subscribe. And until next time, get peacocked. Okay, give me a better outro.